Did you know 13.1 million kids in the United States live in food insecure households? 49% of Kansas kids and 51% of Missouri kids qualify for free or reduced lunch. 276,000 Missouri children and 122,000 Kansas children live in poverty. Kids in poverty are almost 3 times more likely to drop out of high school. 43% of children born into poverty remain in poverty into adulthood. So we see the problem, but how can we fix it?
Something we say in Bright Futures is that every child needs a champion. And I don't think that stands more true than it does today. There's no question that life is challenging, not just for adults, but certainly for kids too. And we have to figure out ways to support children in every way possible to ensure that they can be successful in life and given every opportunity. So it just takes good people that are willing to step up and serve in what could be in a leadership role, it could be serving as a mentor. But we have to find ways to put champions in the lives of these kids and create a support structure and safety nets to ensure that every child has a fair chance to make it in this very challenging world. And what a better way to do that than getting everybody at the table and putting politics aside, putting personal issues aside, and finding common ground around our kids.
Bright Futures for Mexico has been an absolute game changer, and I mean that wholeheartedly. First off, you have a huge percent of your population that thinks they know what goes on in the classroom and thinks they know about schools. They might have the mentality that, back in my day, there was one teacher and 30 kids and we all sat down and did what we were supposed to and we all learned. But the difference is that there are some very basic needs that are not being met by students' parents. And so before a teacher can ever begin to teach, they have to make sure those needs are being met. So it just takes awareness, first off. Your community just needs to become more engaged with the school district. And as they do, they understand what it takes for these students to be successful. On top of that, your students benefit, but the difference it has made in the overall culture of our community is insane. I mean, there are adult lives that are being changed as much or more than you could ever change that student by investing some time and energy in them. It is just crazy the difference in what our community looks like. It's crazy the difference in our students' lives. I mean, we've seen improved attendance. We have less visits to the nurses. Grades are improving. So that's all terrific. But if you just stop and consider what Mexico, Missouri will look like 4 years from now, what our students will look like, what our community will look like once we all came together and began working together and communicating better, it'll just be amazing, I'm sure.
I think one of my favorite stories was one day we were having a meeting at the high school and we had a registration table set up in the lobby. And a young girl walked up and she said to us, "You're with Bright Futures?" And we said, "Yes, we are." She said, "You helped me in the fall when I needed some clothes, and you even remembered me at Christmas. And I just wanted to say thank you." And as she turned and walked away, she was walking up the steps, and to no one but herself, she said, "I'm going to make it."
To find out more about how to engage your community through the Bright Futures framework, go to brightfuturesusa.org/get started.